ladies and gents. Again, welcome in. Hope you're ready for a good, solid week. No more time to waste. Let's jump right in. We got 3 exercises here for our warm-up. One time through, we're getting into some shoulder taps here to get things started off. So getting onto that ground. Push-up plank position. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, when you're always in this position here, that foot separation is going to be incredibly important depending on if you're keeping those hips in proper position, which is where you see it right here. So if you're not in this position here, maybe separate those feet a little bit more, lift those hips up or bring those hips down, giving yourself a bigger base to work with. Once you get in this position, we're just going to go simply from here, hands to shoulders, so the opposite, just going through as you alternate there. And we're going for 30 total touches. 30 total touches, that's 15 each shoulder alternating through 1 set only. So once you complete those, you can use your hands and elevate them onto a surface if necessary, if you're not quite ready to do a regular plank on the ground with your hands. Or you could use your knees in this position as well. So if you are on the floor still, you want to use the knees, just extend out as if you was going to perform a push-up, really still engage and not letting the hips dip, and just tapping those shoulders, maintaining that parallel position to the floor, and vice versa with the hands elevated on the surface. Movement number 2, we're going to stand up, get those hamstrings targeted. We're going to get started with some good mornings. So we got 15 reps. You want to start shoulder width stands here, maybe slightly narrow, but about shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent at all times, something you're very familiar with hearing me say. Knees are slightly bent. From there, we're going to take those hands, put them behind your head. This is going to help you incline that you don't round at the shoulders and then round the spine. So from there, you're just going to keep those hands in place, maintaining that slight bend. You're going to push those knees out behind you, or those hips out behind you. Keeping the eyes forward with the neutral head. So therefore, you're less likely, like I said, to drop those shoulders. Go as low as you can, just feeling that pull in the hamstrings. You don't have to get too low, but enough to get a good pull, a good stretch on the back of those legs. Knees are slightly bent. Once you feel that there, just pull back through, squeezing the glutes at the top, full extension through the hips. 15 total reps. So we got 30 alternating shoulder taps, 15 each shoulder, and then 15 on the good mornings. Last but not least, time, get the heart rate up. We're going 30 seconds of high knees. So just standing in place. If you're on more of the beginner side, you can start with just a basic alternating high knee where you bring in opposite knee into the chest of the hand that you're using. So chin to pocket form. So if that right knee is driving up, then that left arm is going to be coming into the chin as you see here. Alternating set. And then in real time, just picking it up if you're ready for a little bit more pace. Just driving those knees in. Stand on the balls of your feet so you're really absorbing a lot of that contact through the toe area. So therefore, it's not too much of an aggressive impact on the ankle, the joint there. All right, so we got 30 seconds of high knees, we got 15 good mornings, and we have 30 alternating shoulder taps. We're gonna get one good round in, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into tonight's circuit. So let's knock this out. Music going up. All right, 30 shoulder taps, 15 each, 15 each. Hips are low, ready, and go. Good mornings, and remember, push those hips out. You should feel a stretch on the back of your legs. Make sure that you maintain that slight bend. So shoulder width stance, hands behind the head, knees slightly bent, and keep those eyes up.
All right, guys, 15 of these.
that right knee is up, that left hand is at that chin, and then vice versa, just helping you not only burn more calories, but remain a little bit more coordinated throughout. 30 seconds is all you got. Ready, set, and go. And again, you control the pace here. If you want to be fast, you can be fast. If you want to be moderate, you can be moderate. Just move. 10 seconds again.
Looking good, guys.
8 seconds. Time.
All right, guys. Looking good, feeling great. If you haven't already, go ahead and show us some love in those comments. You have a quick rest period here, and then we're going to get started with the main circuit.
All right, 1 minute. Clock is running. Get your minds ready. Let's have some fun.
All right, guys, by the looks of the comments here, it looks like you guys are nice and warm and ready to go. So we're going to get started here with the main circuit.
All right, guys, 4 exercises here. We got 3 total rounds, so let's show you these and let's knock this out. Let's move on. Let's put this Tuesday behind us and get ready for Thursday. Let's just get that work done. So first things first, you guys, we're going to do some wall walks today. We're going to do some wall walks. It's been a while, but one of my favorite moves for the shoulders, and I just like to do handstands. So if you have a wall available to you, you can go ahead and go over to it. You want to start with your back facing the wall. You're still going to be standing away from it. So facing forward, back is towards the wall, and then from there you're going to lead with your feet going up. So hands going down to the floor. You're going to start to walk your feet up the wall. And as your feet are going up, your hands are inching closer towards that wall to the point where you want to get your belly all the way there. And then coming back down, controlling your momentum, using those hands, those feet follow. And then coming down gracefully all the way back up to a full standing position. So you're going to start here, you're going to finish here. And really important, make sure that as your feet are going up, your hands are still following, getting you closer to that wall so that you're eventually completely in a vertical position. If you can't get that high, that's fine. At least you can get those feet up to the wall, kind of stick that position, and then come back down gracefully the best way that you can. So we got 5 reps here. If that's a little bit much for you, no problem at all. We got something you're very familiar with. We got, plank walks here. Plank walks. So going over to that supported surface that you always have. Feet are elevated on top. And then maintaining that stiff leg position, you're just going to walk your upper body in, lifting up those hips, getting that head vertical to the floor, and then coming back down in a controlled manner, and then repeating, coming back up. So once you're doing this variation here, you don't need to come all the way down and stand back up. Only do that if you're going to use the complete full layout here, being the wall walk. So 5 reps here, leading through the legs, letting the hands follow, getting in that stomach as close to the wall as you can, and then coming back down gracefully, not allowing those feet to slam to the floor, absorbing too much impact on those lower extremities. Movement number 2 here, we move it up to a step up into a reverse lunge. step up into a reverse lunge. So we're going to go for 10 reps here on each side. So whatever leg is stepping up, that is going to be the leg that's stepping back. What I mean by that, so we're going to start with the right leg or the left leg, either or. So once you step up with that left leg, the best thing to do, so we're going to rest right here for us just to show you this. But the left leg, the leg that you're stepping on that surface with, try to keep the opposite leg from touching the surface. This is going to save you a lot of confusion, seeing that there's going to be a lot of reps. I see it all the time here in the gym. So the leg that you're stepping up on, that is going to be the leg that's coming down. I mean, right leg is coming down the opposite side. It's not going to touch, but that leg is going to come off and go into a backwards lunge. So going down, and the same leg you stepped up with is going to lunge backwards. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's confusing me.
So left leg is going to step up, Larissa. Then coming down, and that same leg is going down backwards. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you guys got that. So again, I want to save you the confusion because what just happened there is what will happen to you. So if you set both of those feet up there, a lot of you will get confused on which leg should come down first. So to save you that confusion, don't even let that opposite leg that's not starting on the step up touch the surface. Just power up, get to that full extension, and then come back down with that opposite leg, still not touching anything. Take the leg that you stepped up on off the bench and go into that backwards lunge, all right? So that leg is performing 2 repetitions, all right? So we got 10 total. Once you complete that lunge, that is rep 1. So step up, lunge is 1. So that's 1 rep, all right? And then going right back, sticking with that same side for 10 straight. For 10 straight, then we're going to go ahead and switch it up at that marker. So that's 20 total reps, 10 each way, all right? 10 each way. Is that all right? Yep, 10 each way. Next up, we're going into down-ups into a plank. Down-ups into a plank here. All right, so push-up plank position. You want to start off with those feet together on this one. I know I always talk about that feet being separated, but you're going to see here what's going to happen. So we're going to implement some plank jacks and hand down-ups. So you're going to go right arm down, left arm down, right arm up, left arm up. Once you get to the top, those feet are going to jump out into a scissor motion and back in, and then repeat. All right? So we're not going to alternate here. We're going to stay with that same side. So we're going right arm going down for 5 straight. So right down, right up, plank jump. Right down, right up, left up, plank jump. Then when you get to rep 5, go ahead and switch over, lead with that opposite arm. Everything else stays the same as far as the jump at the top. Complete that hand motion, and then plank those legs out, working those core muscles at the bottom. 10 total reps, 5 each way, no alternating. And last but certainly not least, we're going jumping lunges, alternating lunges here. And we're going to get into a natural split stance here to start, or you can stand nice and tall, whatever you're comfortable with. But from there, we're just going to lunge down, and we're going to power up, switching those feet, alternating through, all right? And again, ladies and gents, if that's a little bit much for you, no problem. Alternating lunges here, just stepping out, powering back in, changing those legs, and just like the rest of us, you're obviously going to be going at a slower rate, but 20 reps as well. So 10 each leg, no matter which variation you choose. And let me rewind back here. Of course, you guys are going to see this in real time. We'll show you again in round 1 as we start. But if you need a variation for the step-ups into a reverse lunge, no problem. Take the lunges off, because I'm going to assume if you can't do the step-ups into a reverse lunge, you're probably not going to be doing the jumping lunges. So step-ups here, lunges at the end, all right? So you're just going to do 10 step-ups each leg. Save yourself time on the lunge. Just step up on that surface, being sure you're powering all that weight through the heel, and then keeping the knee at 90 degrees so you're not pushing past the toe, focusing all that weight on the quad there and on that posterior side being the glute, the hamstring, and so on, all right? So those are our 4 exercises. We've got 3 rounds here. Let's knock this out. We'll show you this a bit again. If you're a little confused like Larissa was a while ago, you'll see it again in real time. But that way, once you get the moving, you get a few reps done, then you start to feel a little bit more comfortable and kind of have a better understanding. But let's turn the music back up. Let's get this thing started, and let's work up a good sweat.
All right, guys, I don't know about you, but I am ready. So wall walks are our first movement. We have 5 of them, guys. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember,
follow with those hands. 5 reps. And if you're using that bench there, keep those knees slightly bent, extended legs throughout, all right? Ready, set, round 1, let's go. Tough. All right. All right, guys. So remember, step ups into the reverse lunge. The leg that you're stepping up on is going to be the leg that once you come to the floor is going to go backwards. All right. Try to keep the opposite leg that's not on the bench to start. So again, my right leg is up. This left leg is going to stay back. So when I come here, I can immediately go back into that lunge, save myself confusion on which leg should be lunging backwards, all right?
Like Nate says, don't touch the bench with the other foot unless you have to, because that's what screwed me up.
That will, yeah. People do it all the time.
Don't
it's
play on the
natural.
bench.
And you got a lot of reps here, so around 6 or 7, you will get confused, maybe even before that, maybe a little later. But just save yourself that confusion. Also saves you a little bit of time as well, so you don't have to rest.
All right, guys, 10 on each, and let's go. Okay, guys, a little bit of a balance game here.
All right, first 10 down. Hopefully that flowed well like it did for us. And again, it didn't make me think about which leg needed to switch up. I knew that once the leg hit the ground, that came down first. The second leg was when to go into the lunge.
All right, guys, switch it up and let's go. Excellent. Last one. All right, guys, go ahead and grab your mat. We're going into those down up with a plank jack.
Remember, start on the hands, right down, right up, left up, plank jack. Then repeat. Don't alternate. Stay with that same side for 5. Then switch it up and lead with that opposite arm for 5. 10 total. Feet together to start. And let's go.
Good. Easy transition. Heart rate should be elevated, guys. We're going into those jumping lunges. 20 total, 10 on each.
20 total. Last thing, you get a break.
All right, in 3, to us. Let us know how you're feeling. Drop that fire emoji, grab your water, and then we'll get started with round number 2. Let's go, team. Grab that water, bring that heart rate down. This is called a cardio circuit for a reason, guys. That heart rate should be high. It should stay elevated throughout the entirety of the circuit.
All right. Round 1 down. Wall walks here to begin with. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to start with the wall walks, maybe you fatigue out at the 2, 3, and you want to move over to the plank walks, totally welcome. Again, try some of those more advanced modifications of the exercise to push yourself forward. Don't do it to the extent where you put yourself at risk to get hurt, but enough where you challenge your body to get out of its own way. 5 more wall walks / plank walks, and round 2, let's go.
Yep, 1 more, guys.
Woo!
I'll have you guys know, before we started tonight, Nate was like, I'm kind of tired. I think I'm going to give them an easy one tonight. And then, the very first move was wall walk. So, Nate is a big fat liar.
So when I wrote these down, I didn't think what I was at. I thought it actually sounded better in my head. I was like, oh, this would be a breeze. They gotta have fun with this one. Boy, was I wrong. All right, so.
Have fun, he said. It will be fun, he said.
Step goes to reverse lunge. Remember, don't rest that opposite leg at the top. Keep it elevated. Save yourself time to confusion. Let's go.
Looking good, guys. Keep it up. finish that up. Jumping lunges. Woo! We love these cardio workouts, huh? All right, guys, let's go ahead and finish this one up so we can get a rest period here. So right into it, 20 on each side. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Just bust them out. Halfway. Woo! Congratulations, guys. Round 2 is complete. Grab your water. We only have one more round left. Just one more. So 3 rounds total, guys. Grab some water, and we'll get right back to it. All right, talk to us, team. How are you doing? All right, guys, finish up this rest period here. We're going into round number 3. All right, team, let's get to it. Last round, best round. All right, guys, 5 more wall walks. Go ahead and get in position here.
Woo, I'm dreading this right now, so if you are too, you ain't the only one. God.
I just try not to think about it. Just put your head down and get to work. All right, guys. Last set. 5 reps here. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. didn't know more if you guys are finished with that circuit. Go ahead and let us know when you're done. I should be hearing from everyone. All right, guys, looking good, looking good. Take a few more moments here. Really bring that heart rate down before we get started again. You guys look beautiful. All right, guys, go ahead and get that last sip of water. Start making your way back over to your mat. All right, guys. Let's start making the way over to your mat here.
All right, guys, so getting into our abs here. So get started with one of my favorites here. We got elbow, knee, / hand and toe crunch. So with this move, you want to go ahead and sit up on your bottom. All right, and then from there, you're going to go ahead and take your hands, place them behind your head. One leg is straight, one leg is bent. You're going to do an elbow to knee crunch, hand to toe crunch. And then from there, guys, you're gonna stay with that same side. So you sit up nice and straight, slightly slanted. Elbow to knee, straight leg, hand to toe. Just working with those two movements. Those two movements together is one rep. So we want to get 8 on each side. 8 on each side. And as you see, no alternating there. Just stay with that same side, elbow to knee, hand to toe. 8 and 8, keeping those hands behind the head, getting that knee explosively into that chest area, and then lifting that leg up as high as you can. So 16 reps, 8 and 8. Next up, going flat all the way on your back.
Before we do that, guys, I'll say I like to elevate this other leg that's not working, but if you can't do that, just let it rest on the ground. No worries, guys.
I don't think nobody was doing anything.
I always elevate it. I'm just saying that's what I do. So that's what I just demonstrated. If you can't do it that way or don't want to, you can put your foot down.
I don't think y'all was doing it anyway, was you? Yeah, I don't think so. All right.
You guys can give it a try. Come on.
Next up, extended flutter kick. So laying flat on your bottom here, legs are straight. And remember with this one, you want to have the heels pointed out, toes pulled in, and then keeping the legs as straight as you can. You're going to alternate reps, coming all the way up, full extension, and then alternating through. We got 30 total reps, so that's going to be 15 each leg. Just alternating through as you've seen there, keeping those legs elevated. If you're feeling a lot of this in that lower back and you can't maintain that elevation, no problem. Leave one leg in a rested position and then let that leg come all the way to the floor and then switch to that other side and continue to still alternate. But instead of maintaining constant tension throughout by leaving that slight elevation, go ahead and just take those legs all the way to the bottom. And if you're not able to get that much extension on the way up, just go as far as your legs are ready to go now until you get a little bit more mobility in the hamstrings and the hip flexors to get more range of motion. Just be sure that that heel is pushed out, that toe is pulled in towards you, so that way you feel a lot of it on not only just your core area, but you're still working out those hamstrings and glutes more so than you think at the same time. And last but certainly not least, staying in the position that you see here, hands are going up in a capital A/V, upside down V shape
Depending
on
on
your
how you
chest.
look at it.
Yeah, depending on how you look at it, I like to call it a V crunch. Just sounds better than an A crunch. And then from there, just reaching up with those fingertips, trying to touch the ceiling. And remember, this is a crunch, so unlike a sit-up, you don't need to come as high as off the ground where you're bringing the whole body up, but just enough at least to where you're feeling that contraction in the upper abdominal area. If you're feeling that there, you feel that burn up top, then you're doing just enough. Just make sure you are getting the upper back up the ground. If you do that, it's for certain that you are going to implement those upper core muscles. And from there, just continue to repeat that motion. Oh, excuse me, it's been a long day. But just continue to repeat that motion for 20 total reps. And again, ladies and gentlemen, only go as high as your body's ready for. You don't have to try to overcompensate coming up as high. The goal is just to implement those upper core regions, So real quick recap, we got elbow, knee, hand and toe crunch, 8 and 8 for 16. And again, with that move as well, as Larissa said, the opposite leg that you're not working at that time can be rested at the bottom. Therefore, you are not using as much tension in that area. 8 and 8, 16, extended flutter kicks, land flat on your back, 30 repetitions, heels pushed out, toes in towards you. Full extension, going all the way up and down, leaving that slight elevation there if you can. If not, just let those legs rest at the bottom as you still continue to alternate throughout. And last but not least, 20 V crunches, just coming up enough to feel that contraction in the upper abdominals. We got 3 sets here. Let's knock these out, and then let's go ahead and move on with the rest of the night. So let's do it.
All right, guys. Last 3 movements, 3 sets. This is going to go by relatively quickly. So once you get through these movements, just go ahead and get started with the next round whenever you're ready. We have 8 on each side here, elbow, knee, hand, toe. Starting in 3, 2, 1. when working out. Because you ate fried foods, because you didn't eat anything at all, whatever the case may be, elevate your feet. Let the blood flow start moving again back to where it needs to go. All right? If you have someone there, a partner, you can get that blood flow going by massaging the calves. And you're going to stay in that position as long as you need to until you feel better, okay? Once you start feeling better, you'll come up nice and easy. Sit down upright. Once you feel better in that position, you are free to stand and then drink water, okay? This is a very common reaction when you push your body too hard or when you eat foods that are not favorable to high-intensity workouts. But we're going to keep going, guys. We got one more round left. Let's go ahead and finish this out strong. In 3, 2, 1. Switching it on up. Woo! My core is on fire. All right, guys, flutter kicks, flutter kicks. All right, last thing, guys, last set, 20 reps. Finish it up, let's finish strong. Woo! All right, guys, you are done. Way to go. Go ahead and let me know that you finished that core circuit. My abs are on fire. I know yours are too. Go ahead and grab that water. We'll give you guys a quick break, and then we're going to move on over to our stretching portion to recover here. And I promise you guys, Nate is still alive. He is alive. I want to say alive and well, but he is alive. But in all seriousness, guys, we come here and we challenge ourselves too. We're pushing our bodies to the limit too, and we're human. And sometimes this happens, and this is just part of going live. So you get to see the good, the bad, the ugly, but knowing that we're human, and this is a perfect example of how food can affect the body. So make sure that you guys are making healthy choices, especially on your workout days, because you don't want to be feeling like that right now. So grab your water. I'm going to try to get Nate up off the floor, and then we'll get started with our stretching portion. right, guys, go ahead and make your way back over to the mat. I'm going to take you through a very quick stretching portion here. Very quick, guys. I'm going to show you guys a couple of new moves because we don't have a lot of time for stretching. I want to make sure that we're doing moves that are hitting multiple muscle groups here. So we're going to start off with the pigeon pose. You're going to have one leg in here where you have a 90-degree angle. This back leg is going to go behind you, and you want to try to get it as straight as you can up on that back toe. So ideally you're maintaining proper posture here, and you should feel this anywhere that you're tight in the lower body. So the hips, the glutes, the calf, hamstrings, a little bit of the hip flexor quad. If this is not a deep enough stretch for you, you can always try to lay down into it. So we're going to hold this for a few moments here and try to actively push down the hips on this front leg. Just slam those hips, those glutes into the ground. Like I said, you will probably be feeling this in a lot of different places in the lower extremities. We're going to go another 15 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead and switch it up. Other side. And breathe. We're going 15. Pushing your hips towards the wall. You should feel this all inner thigh area. Nice controlled breathing here, guys. This is a really tough one. Most people are super, super tight here. Go another 10. Come out of that one slowly, very slowly, or you're probably going to catch a cramp. All right, guys, you know this one. We're going into that quad stretch. So one foot is going to be to the side. If you can, get those toes down. If not, you can bring it out to the side if you don't have the flexibility in your ankle. And then keeping that straight leg on the ground as straight as possible and the bent knee flat against the floor. We're going to start leaning back. If that bent knee starts to come off the ground, you're going too far. So make sure that you find an angle that works best for you and your current flexibility. And we're just going to hold this. And again, actively push this bent knee into the ground. So apply pressure there. Flex that quad. We'll go 15. Good, same thing, bring this out slowly. Try not to put pressure on that knee. We're going to go to the other side here, right into it. And you may notice that one side is tighter than the other. That's pretty common. Just do the best that you can. Last 10. And good. Very last movement, I want you to grab that open wall space that we require for every single session here. And you're going to have your feet shoulder width apart. You want to be about a foot away from the wall here, guys. Hands up as high as you can get them. And then just like that warm up, that good morning, If you do watch this on replay, go ahead and hashtag replay to let us know that you did join us for a workout at your own convenience here. And good job, guys. Thank you for always showing up and showing out, as we always say. And let us know in the comments, post it in the group, some of your results. We would love to hear from you guys, how you have been doing with these boot camps or this overall Team Never Settle, incorporating the at-home workouts and the live boot camps on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So please let us know in these comments. Let us know in the main group. Show us your before and after photos if you have them. Let us all hear your testimonies from when you first started until now, or let us know what you want to accomplish. And as I posted earlier in the group, guys, let us know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, or if you want to see some new things added into Team Never Settle. We are trying to increase the value of your experience here with us. We want to always keep getting better, and you are the best way to help us do that. So please give us that feedback, guys, and thank you again for supporting us. Congratulations on finishing tonight's workout. It was a tough one, and as always, never give up, never lose hope, never settle.